Okay, we're going to start this off with the Core4 prep. These are some movements to get you moving, get the blood flowing, and you can always come back to these even as we progress through more challenging pieces. These are kind of your home base if you're having a tough day or a sticky day, or if you only have a short amount of time but just want to get some blood flowing. So we're going to start on our back. Gently lower yourself down, feet on the floor, about a hip width distance apart. Start with a nice neutral pelvis. On your inhale, feel the spine lengthen. On your exhale, gently draw your tailbone up towards your pubic bone and let your pelvis come into a posterior tilt. And then inhale, let it return to where you started. Exhale, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, tilt. So you're really trying to get this movement to come from deep in the low belly as opposed to pushing with the feet. There will be a little foot activity, but that's not where it's starting from. It's starting from that tailbone to pubic bone towards the belly button. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Hold it here for a moment. Now continue to push deeper into your feet as you peel your spine up bone by bone. We don't have to get too high, but I want you to think of opening the front of the hips as opposed to letting the seat come down and crunching the low back. So flatten here as much as possible. Reach your arms back by your ears and then pull down bone by bone. You can grab your fingers and stretch like it's first thing in the morning. Lift and lower the arms back down. Inhale, exhale, tailbone to pubic bone to chest. Press those feet into the mat as you roll up. Reach the arms back behind you, grab those fingers and stretch. And if you gotta go sideways, that's fine. We're not looking for precision for this one. We're looking for that good stretch. Last time, inhale, exhale, tailbone to pubic bone to chest. Press those feet, come up, reach the arms, and roll it down one last time. I should feel a nice stretch everywhere. I feel it in my upper back as well. All right, now walk your feet just a little bit closer together. Imagine you have magnets at your ankle bones, inner thighs, and upper inner thighs. Pelvis is neutral. Slowly push your left foot down and allow the right knee to open to the side. Keep pushing with that left foot and you feel the hips start to twist. Now, really important that the shoulder doesn't come with you. Trying to keep that rib cage down as much as possible. And then using the belly, pull this hip back, and that's what draws the right knee back in again. Other side, push all of your weight into that right foot, allowing that right hip to lift, twist, and then use the belly to pull the hip back as you center off. And again, push into that left foot. Initiate from the foot press to start turning on the seat, the glute hamstring connection, and then pull back down and in. And play with where your arms are. It might feel better to have them more in a T. Press that right foot, twist. That might help keep the opposite shoulder down. And pull back in. One more time each side. Press into that left foot to lift the hip. Open up the right leg and pull back in. And last time, press that right leg, fan the knee, open, and draw back in again. Now bring your arms down by your side. Again, the width is up to you. Wider is a little bit more stable. Inhale. On your exhale, you're going to drag your left foot, or your right, my left is closer to you, so I started with that one, out towards the center end of the mat, and then pull back in again. Other foot, drag it out. and pull back in. So what we're testing for here as you alternate is that nothing changes in your pelvis. You may find that when a leg goes out, the low back starts to arch. That's what we're trying to avoid. So what you can do is as you reach out, as soon as you feel that pull, that tilt start to happen, stop. And then draw it back in from there. So it doesn't have to go all the way to straight. And again, reach it out. So then hopefully, as you progress and come back to these movements, you'll notice that you're able to get your leg out longer and longer each time. Reach out that right leg and drag it back in. One more time each side. So again, these pieces are your home base. And in. So if we get to a piece next week and you're still struggling with this foundation, come back to this one. Don't rush yourself. And in to stay. All right. Pull your knees into your chest and rock and roll up, or if you know you've got a abdominal separation, roll yourself to the side and push yourself up. Come into a big diamond position with your legs, and bigger this way as opposed to pulling it in this way. And you're sitting tall on your two sits bones, pulling that low belly in and feeling your back bones float. We're gonna do that same pelvic tilt that we did on our back, except we're gonna do it seated. So I like to hold on to my knees a little bit to remind me to keep my chest tall. Inhale tall, exhale, it's that same tailbone to pubic bone to chest, and then sit tall. Inhale, exhale, you're pulling that low belly back to open up these low back bones. Sit tall and pull back. Notice I'm not collapsing in my upper back. I'm staying tall. So if I was behind you and I put my finger right in the center of your head, you wouldn't be allowed to come off of that finger. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, tilt. Last time, inhale. Exhale, tilt. Sit tall, close the knees, legs hip width distance apart. Same thing with a different leg position. Inhale. Exhale, tailbone to pubic bone to chest. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale. So you decide which leg position you have more success in and go stick with that one. Inhale. Exhale, tilt. Last one, inhale. Exhale, low belly pulls in, low back floats. Continue to go back just a little bit more as those arms straighten. I'm still not hanging back. I'm still keeping my arms on my back. It's just my low vertebra that I'm trying to separate and stack. Take this shape, rock it forward, and stack the spine tall. Swing over onto your knees. Hands and knees. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. And we're going to do the same thing with that low pelvis. Inhale, exhale, tailbone to pubic bone to chest. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tailbone to pubic bone to chest. So it's like we're doing half of a cat-cow, a quarter of a cat-cow, because we're not coming into the extension. We're just going into the round spine, but we're only going into the round spine up to our belly button. So we're not continuing to round the spine. We're just focusing on that bottom half. Inhale, exhale, pull the low belly in, open the low back bones. Two more. So you can see we've basically done the same movement 3 times. We've done it on our back, we've done it seated, and we've done it in all fours. And wherever you find the most success, stick with that one and then try to transfer that feeling to one of the other positions. Last time, inhale, exhale. Find a straight, flat back, and we're just gonna rock back and forward. Now, there's a point where when you rock back, your tail is gonna wanna come under you like you're going into a child's pose. That's where you're gonna stop. Imagine an arrow shooting out of your tailbone. That arrow keeps going back to the wall behind you. The line of your spine to tailbone stays parallel to the floor. 2 more, rock and up. Last one, rock and up. Rock back, keep going all the way. If your tailbone curls, that's okay, and find a nice child's pose. Bring yourself up. So like I said in the beginning and throughout, you can always come back to these 4 basic exercises. It's laying the foundation so that we can stack onto it in some of our later videos.